Todd Archer with the news, Bobby, that DaRon Bland is facing surgery on his left foot for the second time in as many years.
Yeah, that's never good. When you start having chronic foot issues as an athlete, that always feels like a bad sign. But look, that might explain some of the games he's had this year where he's been. I think overall, the overall way he's played this year has been oversold how poorly he's played in the macro, but he's had some really bad individual games this year, and that may explain some of it if he's just still dealing with some lingering issue with the foot.
Yeah, when did it happen? How long has it been bothering him? We'll ask Brian Schottenheimer at 8:20.
So he injured that foot, and then was that not the same one that he had the issue with early in the season where he missed a game or two?
I don't know. All I know is it's the same one he had freaking surgery on.
I think it's the same one he had the issue with that had him miss a game or two earlier this season where he re-injured it.
Choppy?
I mean, we've seen foot injuries end people's career around here.
Like?
Who were we thinking of?
88.
Yeah.
That fifth metatarsal, or whatever made-up word they want to use for that.
Yeah, I mean, that injury can be bad for people. I think Dez, everything started hitting him. Like, I think he started having issues all at once. I don't know. That was the biggest one, but I don't know if that was just the only thing that ended him.
This is potentially disastrous.
Big time.
With the money that you just gave him. It's good in the short term for Team Tank. I was telling Bobby in the elevator, maybe this gives Mariota, maybe this gives Jackson Dart a shot at the Cowboys secondary to add another loss since they want to be tryhards and put everyone out there for the final 3 games. Let's see how long that lasts. What?
Tryhards.
Yeah.
They're the TJ Watt of NFL teams.
He's gonna, Shotty Tolos.
He doesn't Tolo.
He's going to confront you about that.
He has no idea what time we're on. I'm looking forward to it with Schottenheimer.
He thinks we're on all day.
I'm going to beg him for your own job status, for your own livelihood. Please reconsider. Play Dak against the Chargers. To Choppy's point, you prepared for it. After the Eagles win Saturday, get your little try-hard game out of the way, and then shut it down for the Giants and the Commanders, and maybe they'll have a shot at your secondary with DaRon Bland. But, Choppy, this is not good moving forward at all.
Well, no, because now you can't – I don't believe when you have a player who's had injuries to the lower body, multiple injuries, sometimes to the same body part. Like, your expectation for what you can get from them moving forward has to change, and you have to plan accordingly. Like, you can't just go into next year saying, "Oh, well, we got DaRon Bland." I don't think you could say that. I mean, when you've got injuries and it's the same, if it's the same foot, same injury, like, it's all right. What are we doing now? We got to prepare for the worst, and I think too often times teams don't prepare for the worst; they prepare for the best.
It's not a good sign for his availability and his level of play, and it's going to start bringing into question about how long this is going to bug him. In terms of if it does end things for him or makes him less effective into the future, it's not devastating on the cap, because that was a bad deal DaRon Bland signed. It wasn't good.
For Bland?
For Bland. It was a bad deal. They get done next year, after next year, where they get a year to look at it. If they look at him and he's bad, he gets cut and they save $13 million.
Sure, thank you.
And so, I mean, it's not one that's like they're really locked into. That deal essentially ended up being the one that Paulson Adebo signed with the Giants. It's like 3 years, $16 million a season. And so they would be a year into it. The way it's structured, a lot of the money doesn't hit, or a lot of the guaranteed money hits earlier, and it was in the signing bonus, and so they should be able to walk away from him without a problem with a post-June 1 cut.
Does this now force their hand with having to play Diggs? They said they're going to wait till Saturday, which that tells me they're not planning on playing him, because you're trying to drag this out as long as possible. Stephen Jones would go on G-Bag today, and that's their excuse not to have to answer. Well, we're going to make that decision on Saturday again. If he was good to go, you just come out and say he's good to go. So you're not planning on playing him. Does this now force their hands to push Diggs out on the field with no Bland?
Well, I mean, if you're going to try to win the game, then it might, but there's also...
We got to compete.
You got to compete. There's also the possibility that they're just trying to keep him away from an injury guarantee.
Oh, that's not a possibility. It's a probability.
Right, which would be gone if you threw him out there, right?
If he got hurt.
If he got hurt. Yeah, if he got hurt. But, I mean, we've seen any player can say to her, I need this, I need that.
Bobby, any impact on Diggs playing because of this?
No, I mean, if they're going to play him, they're going to play him. If they don't want to play him, they'll throw Josh Butler out there is what they'll do. Because Josh Butler just had his window activated. So.
Give me the secondary on Sunday.
My guess is going to be that it would be something along the lines of
he's trying to think
Josh
of names.
Butler and Triquez Bridges and Reddy Stewart and Savone Revel is what it'll be.
Woo! All right, let's go.
Woo! Team Tank, baby.
Move up that pick, baby. We're getting in the top 10. We're going to get in the top 10.
So we'll ask Brian Schottenheimer all these things at 8:20. Meanwhile, you are reorganizing chairs on the Titanic as now they decide, you know what? Let's make an adjustment. Let's do something different. Let's try this out, Flus, as Matt Eberflus is moving upstairs for the rest of the season to call the defensive plays.
We should be anyway.
So that's improvement.
He should be somewhere else. But
He should be on the couch. You know, get a good bird's eye view. But that's the whole point. That's the whole point of coaches being in the booth. Is to get a nice view, a bird's eye view. They got phones.
A lot of guys who do it on the sideline.
I know. Be upstairs in the booth. I'm fine with that.
Bobby, what did you think of that? I didn't see this till your email. No one sent me this, and I'm scrambling, and I'm like, whoa, Eberflus is moving off the sideline? Why? Where's the audio of this?
There is no audio of it.
Why not?
I don't know. The press conference isn't on the internet anywhere.
Oh.
So, Matt Eberflus.
Wait, aren't the coordinators usually on the website?
Typically. This is my favorite panic move that defensive coordinators make is the going upstairs to the booth or coming down to the field. They're
already scrubbing Eberflus on the website.
Getting rid of him.
They're already doxing him.
This is exactly what they did with Mike Nolan, only the reverse. Nolan was up in the booth the first 5 weeks. It's like, he's going to come down to the field, get more in the thick of things. It's going to fix things. This one feels like, why don't you just go hide out for the last 3 games? Shotty can't scream at you on the sideline for screwing up. You at least
he can
it'll be on a
scream
headset.
at you.
It'll be on a headset. But I mean, Shotty said the headsets sometimes don't work. So I mean, Eberflus can just take the headset off and hang his head if he's getting yelled at.
Is this also some type of audition for Aaron Whitecotton? Because the defensive line coach is now going to be the main person handling defensive adjustments on the sideline.
Yeah, so he's going to be talking to the huddle. He's going to be the one, in all likelihood, swapping out personnel, different things like that, because that has to be somebody on the sideline. So that's the benefit. When you say, like, why wouldn't you be in the booth? The booth gives you a better view of what's going on, and you can kind of see things developing. But when you're down on the field, you're the one making the immediate adjustments and swapping out personnel and doing things like that. And you can call out to the defense too from the sideline on certain things.
I actually think it would be worse for him. It'd be worse for them if all of a sudden they pitched 3 shutouts with him upstairs, because we'd be sitting there saying, "Why didn't you try something earlier before you were eliminated?"
Yeah. But hey, better. It's because Jerry's going to use the whole season. He's just not going to use a couple games. He's going to use the whole season.
It just does. It does feel a little bit like Matt going up to the booth. Like he's going to be able to see everything. It does feel a little bit like, yeah, your dog went to go live on a farm. He has lots of room to run and play, and that's where he went. He's just living on a farm now. Your dog didn't pass away. He's over there.
So I guess I got to read this whole quote now, since the Cowboys have hid Eberflus on the website. He was asked what his thoughts were when Jerry came on our show and talked about his future. This is the NFL. Everyone's being evaluated. Part of the job. Do you need a vote of confidence from the front office? Quote, I don't look for a vote of confidence. That to me is like kind of a hypothetical deal. So again, it's about doing your job. It's the NFL, and this is where our feet are. So that was Eberflus saying
now.
Comes with the territory.
That's where his feet are for now. His feet are going to be in a McCarthy-esque barn in 2 weeks, probably.
But barn together.
Yeah, that's exactly. They're both going to be prepping for jobs that neither of them are going to get next year. Just a couple of NFC North slaps right there.
Jerry has pulled this on us a couple of times, though. Like, we're Jason Garrett's gone. Mike McCarthy's gone. This person's gone. And then we get this shocking, surprising news that they actually come back. So I'm not totally ruling it out. I think
sure, you can't rule out anything with Jerry when it comes to these kind of moves.
He likes continuity.
But I will say
continuity.
This with Jason, it always felt like just vague. Like, it felt like it was what he wasn't saying whenever people were going, oh, listen, he didn't come out with a big ring and endorsement, and then he'd come back. This felt really targeted this week towards Matt Eberflus. And that's the only thing, is that's what made me feel like, all right, he's not coming back. This is Jerry just kind of fed up.
Meanwhile, Quinnen Williams upgraded to limited yesterday with the concussion. CeeDee Lamb missing again because of an illness. So it's pointing towards Quinnen playing.
Organic tanking. That's what it is. It's organic.
Not with Quinnen playing.
If Lamb's sick,
The whole team's got the flu.
we know George isn't showing up on Sunday, and then you got the. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Relax.
The picketers.
Relax. But even when Quinnen's been there, they've had trouble rushing the passer the last 2 weeks. We'll see if they can. The last 2 weeks that they played, it's against offensive lines that should give up that pressure that then don't. So the Chargers giving up a bunch of pressure doesn't necessarily matter.
They got pressure early in those games.
Yeah, doing things that Eberflus didn't want to. Yeah.
The first 5 plays, they got pressure.
Dak said he absolutely wants to play in the next 3 games. Quote, being a professional, this is my job. This is what I love to do.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sitting out last year and the times before, you don't take this game for granted. Javonte Williams has been limited this week with a stinger, and he said, I had it in my shoulder. The feeling and everything has come back, so I should be good. But we need to start seeing something out of Jaden Blue. Moving forward. Maybe after this Chargers game, Bobby, you come up with a list of the other guys that we need to see get some more reps. This is Inside the Star on your official home of the Cowboys with Shan and RJ, along with our insider Bobby Roberto Belt.